What's going on? This is Alan Brown, aka Bully the Kid, and I am here with something that I think is dope in theory, but I haven't even turned it on to play it, to experience it for myself. So how you're experiencing it for the first time is how I'm experiencing it. Let's first talk about the video. So all the audio and stuff that you're hearing right now is coming strictly from the Rode microphone on top of my Canon T6i. So everything you're hearing is exactly how I'm hearing it. But what I have for you today, or right now, is a Phil Jones bass cabinet. This cabinet was purchased by a friend and subscriber, really cool dude. I'm gonna call him SD for this one. What's going on? You know who you are. And if you want me to say his name in the video, so I'm not gonna say his name. But yeah, I let him borrow my Roland Cube because he was in the market to buy a smaller amp to kind of like practice with and kind of do some stuff with his band whenever they do it. You don't have to lug around, 150 pounds of equipment. He plays out of an acoustic, I think it's 218s or whatever. And if you remember, and this is from the 1970s or 80s, so if you remember back then, or if you're an older bass player, you know that acoustic stuff is built heavy duty and it's extremely heavy. So he was in the market to buy something more transportable and something that still gave him the sound quality he was looking for. And I told him about my Roland Cube practice amp and how I like it, gave him some of the features. But he's a purist bass player, so he wanted something that would make the bass that he's playing shine through. So he looked into buying practice cabinets. I gave him some suggestions, and what he finally settled on is a Phil Jones bass cabinet. So we're gonna check this out right now. First off, I don't know if you purchased this case, but this is pretty cool. So this is the case that it comes. Whatever, you can put a little strap on the side, put it on the shoulder. It's pretty nice. Has a compartment in the front. You can put all your cords and all that good stuff. So first off, I was like, man, that's really cool as far as, trying to protect your equipment and stuff like that. So let's check it out. All right, set this to the side. And this is it. And this is a Bass Cub bg-100. This is what it looks like. This is maybe like 30 pounds or so. Has a handle on the side. Like, look at that. That's extremely light. It's really, really small. So it has two drivers in the front. You can take off the grill or whatever. And two drivers on the front. And I think they're 5-inch drivers. And we're gonna see how this thing sounds. I'm excited about it. Let's talk about some of the controls and stuff on it. Let me be a little bit closer here. So, if you can see it, I don't know if you can, but if you can see it, there's looks like a microphone channel where you can plug in a microphone, what is it, an XLR, something like that, and that has one channel of its own. And then you have input B. From left to right, we're going, there's a mute, there's a low, and then there's a high. I'm assuming for maybe like active basses or something like that. And there's an input level. There's bass, mid, and treble. There's a limiter switch off and on, and you can set the number or what you want it to be limited. There's an auxiliary in with an 1/8 inch input, and you can control the volume with this knob right here. And then there's an overall master volume. Okay, let's check out the back here. There is a line out, there's a tuner out, and then there's a DI with a ground lift on it. And it's supposed to be 100 watts at 4 ohms. That's what it says right here. That's what it says right there. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Right there. That's fuzzy. Whatever. So yeah, let's hear what this thing sounds like. So I'm actually going to be playing this thing with a 5-string bass, because every bass player wants to know when I get a small cabinet how does it sound with the B string? So for this particular little demo session, I will be using, if I can get this plugged together. All right, I'm going to be using my M2, Sire M2. It's the 18 volt bass, 5-string, and it's tuned the normal way, B to G or whatever. And we're going to see what this thing does. Plug in here and input B. Grab, come on now. Grab the plug out of here. Plug it in. Get back. And then we'll see what this thing sounds like. So I'm going to set everything flat, and I'm going to put it on low. Input level is at 12 o'clock, bass at 12, mid at 12, treble at 12, master at 12 as well. And we are going to see master at 12. We're going to see what this thing sounds like. Alright, make sure everything is completely flat. Let's go high. Okay, it's a little bit more volume. See what it can do. It's actually not bad. Let's go a little bit more volume. And it's not tuned. I should have tuned it before, but okay, so that's with my bass flat, that's with the amp flat. Let's check out what it sounds like with treble at about 3 o'clock, and then let's put bass at 3 o'clock, and let's put mid at 9. Okay, now you can't, I guess maybe you can hear it. It's shaking stuff in here. So hopefully factor that in. And this is just 2 5s, no tweeter, no nothing. This is just 2 5s. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and go extremes for the extreme Marcus Miller scoop situation. So I'm gonna boost my treble, halfway boost my bass, cut my mids all the way out, put it between both pickups, tone all the way up, and yeah, let's see what this thing can do. back at 12 o'clock, mids at 12 o'clock, treble at 12 o'clock. Everything's still boosted on my bass. Okay, that's what everything at 12 o'clock as far as EQ goes. Input level is about at 2, and my master volume is probably at 2 as well. And like I said, there's a limiter switch that's on it. There is mute, low, and high. I'm gonna put it on low, see what happens. I'm gonna tell you this. The thing I'm most impressed with this whole little bitty tiny amp situation is the fact that it's handling this B string and they're really small drivers. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen response like this in such a small package. So if you're doing little coffee shop gigs, you know, little acoustic sets, absolutely perfect. If you're doing practice and you have your cell phone and you want to plug into the amp to hear the music as you play along, really good as well. But as far as, you know, trying to play actual gigs with this thing, unless you have a mic to go to the speaker, this ain't gonna work for you. They do have larger packages, and I like the amp, but for the price it is, I'd want just a little bit more. Like, so for this one, I wouldn't get this one. I'd probably get one I was looking at is the Session 77. So it's 2 7-inch drivers and a 3-inch tweeter, and it's 100 watts, same as this. But I think the Excursion, the bass it'll be moving might be more than this. I'm not sure. I haven't heard that one. I haven't bought it. I think this one goes for $5.99, and I think the Session 77 goes for $3.99. So that will be the more budget-friendly one for a 100-watt amp. But they do have large configurations. They have 6 3s. They have, I think, 8 5s, some monstrosity like that, and they're all extremely light. Like, I'm talking at the most maybe 70 pounds, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. And if they're pushing the same type of quality sound, then that may be something you need to look into. But this, you seen me open it up. I didn't play it before I started this video. This is really cool. Like, this is really dope. Like, if I, dare I say, if I would have known about the Session 77, I might have bought that one instead of my Rolling Cube. Dare I say. I think the Rolling Cube was like $279 and the Session 77 is $399, so it's a little bit more. But for the quality of sound, it's winning. If the Session 77 sounds crisp and clean just like this, and I did this with the with a really high output 18 volt, you know, bass. So with a passive bass, it could be even more, even better. So who the heck knows, man? This is, I'm amazed. And the fact that it's so tiny, I could play it on the side or whatever, still gig it. sounds nice. I dig it. Yeah. So I ran this video way longer than I wanted to. Thanks again, SD. I appreciate it. I will be doing more videos with this one. Maybe a video as a comparison between this one and my rolling cube. Maybe. We'll see. But I'm gonna mess around with this a little bit more. So till next time, this is Alan Bryan, K Bully the Kid. Y'all be easy.